Treshaun, congratulations. I know you got back in the swing of it last week, but what was it like to get back in the end zone and start breaking off some big runs again?
It was definitely a good feeling. These past 4 weeks or whatever it's been. It's been hard. Mentally and just want to be out there and see my teammates doing good. But it was definitely a good feeling getting back to the end zone. Teammates celebrating with me and my teammates, coaches and whatnot. So it was definitely a great feeling getting back in the end zone.
As a ball carrier, what's the difference to you whether you're taking the handoff or it's a direct snap out of the Wildcat and how you go about the play?
As far as that, I actually feel like a quarterback when I, get a direct snap in a way, even though, I'm still running the ball or whatnot. But it's definitely a different feeling getting a handoff and then, getting a direct snap.
Is the so Wildcat, is that Wild Ward? What's the name for that when you're in there?
I mean, it's a personnel. They didn't give a nickname for the personnel or whatnot as far as Wild Ward or whatnot. But it's kind of my thing. Since last year Notre Dame game, did the same thing as well. So kind of comfortable with it.
I think you had 2 rushing touchdowns and Jordan had 2 today. I think now y'all have 4 guys who have 5 rushing touchdowns this season. I guess y'all knew how dangerous the group could be coming into the season. What's it like to see that in action? Just so many guys who are capable of doing that.
We've been seeing this all spring, whatnot, and just pushing each other to be the best. O-line did a great job finding holes for us to run behind, and game planning this week was really good as far as the scheming. So, we just executed and got the success.
Treshaun, you've seen a lot here. The way you guys are performing right now in all facets of this, whether it's the offense, defense, special teams, I don't want to use the word surprise, but just can you just describe and process the success you guys are having, what it's coming from, and just how excited you guys are to continue to build on it week in and week out?
We can really go back to what Bobby Bowden said, win big, win losing, we can take that for example. And throughout the years with Coach Norvell, we've been just keep building up the chips to this year. And as far as this spring goes, I knew we was going to be good as far as special teams, defense, and offense. It was really competitive practices, and we was going back and forth. And the chemistry with this team gotten so much better. So it wouldn't have been a surprise of stuff like this year that's been happening. I knew it. I knew we was going to be a good team.
Yeah, I know it's been one game at a time for you guys, and but now that one game is Florida. How big would that be to, win that game and then to win, the state good 2-0 against Miami and Florida?
It'll definitely be a statement. We haven't did that we haven't did that since I've been here. It'd have been a good thing to do. As far as Florida, that's a big rivalry for us, and we're going to take it like just another game and go through the game plan and whatnot. But we got to prepare like it's any other game.
Dylan Gibbons was able to break the rock on behalf of the offensive line. What has he done for the culture of this program and maybe more specifically the offensive line that opens up room for you guys?
I could definitely, when he definitely came in for the first time, he introduced some new things for the O-line. As far as when they get up to the line, they fist bump. They never did that, and it shows another chemistry. And with his knowledge, he spread it out with the offensive line. So with him being there, OG basically, he gave them boys a path to look after.
Treshaun, what do you remember about the Florida game last year, and how much has that kind of fueled you guys since the offseason thinking about this game?
I can remember the last play, the last kickoff, when he whiffed it, and, I was right there because, it was being kicked over my side, and if we would have got it off, it would have been a, different ball game. But we definitely coming in with a different type of mentality. This year we've been stressing the Florida battle as far as Miami and Florida throughout the fall camp. Those are must-win games or whatnot. So we just got to come out with a mentality to play.
In a lot of these games, Jordan hasn't kept the ball much, and he's let you guys do all the running. What does this do for you guys when he breaks off a few like he did today?
I mean, we see it all spring. We see it all game, and when he does his stuff as far as running on with his Tommy Jerry's, it just is effective for us. It builds our character as far as makes us want to do better and whatnot. It's fuels us, fuels the offense, fuels everybody. So it just add more fuel to the fire.
Yeah, in week 0, when Trey Benson was up there, he talked about the anxiety that he had, in that first game before the game. What growth have you seen him, especially when you were out? He carried the load a lot. What kind of growth have you seen him from this year?
I see him trusting his ability. The first few games, he was a little shaken up in anxiety because, he wasn't trusting himself. And then throughout this, the time that I've been out and you taking the load, it gave him like a little sense of like who he is and whatnot. So doing this, it allowed him to get his confidence up and, breaking records and whatnot and rushing for 100+ yards, within like 5 games and whatnot. So, got his confidence back for sure. Good. Thank y'all.